Hey, Cameron with the C Butters channel here. Today we're going to be taking a look at Bitlocker on the Surface Pro 3 and see what kind of performance difference there is between having Bitlocker enabled and Bitlocker disabled. So I'm going to go ahead and run an initial test using Crystal Disk Mark 3 64-bit, and we're going to let that run. This is going to run a sequential read test, 4K random read and write tests in order to get kind of a baseline with Bitlocker on, and we will be able to determine what type of performance penalty we're seeing on the SSD in this device for having Bitlocker turned on. I'll see how this video into fast motion. Okay, so we've got our results. Let's go ahead and record that with our Magic Surface Pen. And we'll go Bitlocker on. And so what you want to do to disable Bitlocker is go to the start screen and type Bitlocker, and there's a Manage Bitlocker option. So select that, and there's an item here called Turn Off Bitlocker. And your drive will be decrypted. That's fine with me. So now the decryption process is going to happen. And this obviously is a portion of the video where we will be fast forwarding. Okay, so we've disabled the Bitlocker encryption. And what I'm going to do is just go ahead and reboot the machine for good practice. And then we'll run the disk mark test again and see what kind of results we're getting now with encryption disabled. Okay, so let's run the test again. Bitlocker off. Okay, so we have our results here. Choose our magic Surface Pen again. Grab those results. Now, okay, so you can see from these results that there actually is a pretty drastic difference in performance of the SSD when you have Bitlocker on versus Bitlocker off. So if you want to get some extra performance out of your Surface Pro 3, I would highly recommend turning Bitlocker off, assuming you don't have need of encryption capability. So basically the big difference is, if you have Bitlocker turned on, if someone were to boot your computer using maybe a Linux thumb drive or something, or if they got possession of your computer, without your Windows password, they would not be able to view any of the files on the machine. Whereas if you have Bitlocker turned off, someone could boot off a Linux thumb drive and see all the files on your computer because it was not encrypted. But for most users who aren't really concerned or don't have sensitive data on their surfaces, this is a nice little hack to, well, not really a hack, it's just a feature that you can disable that will improve performance substantially.